Thank you so much
Welcome
for bringing
to
me
the
on
club.
board. It's the best brand to join, actually.
Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you so much,
Thank
sir.
thank you.
So we've been here, and a lot of people have been asking, when is Doctor joining us? I said, don't worry, Doctor is going to join us in no time.
Apology, guys. Sincerely, sorry I'm joining late.
No problem. No
Yeah.
problem. So my people, Doctor is here. Like I said, when we're talking about real estate in Nigeria, and not only in Nigeria, when you want to talk about real estate in the global world, there is no way and there is nowhere you are not going to mention the name of Dr. Stephen Akintayo, and there is no way you can erase GTEx Holdings. No doubt about it. Everybody knows, and they don't even know him as just a real estate guru alone. This is a philanthropist in every aspect, in every way. This is a man that is trying to build up a lot of other young people in the real estate. Over 100,000 he is trying to bring on board and make them millionaires. What is going on? That is that is to say that there isn't anything that is as good as that when you are wealthy and you're trying to bring other people into wealth as well. And that is who Dr. Stephen Akintayo is. And then I am glad, I am not regretting the fact that I'm joining and I'm jumping on this brand for us to do and explore a lot of things together. So, Doctor, I've been saying that people are willing and they are ready to learn.
Yeah.
I told them once Doctor gets on board, just get your paper and get your pen and be ready to pencil a lot of things down because you will not go the same way you came. so, my people, I will start by asking Dr. Akintayo first. I want Doctor, can you tell us about your background and how you got into the real estate business? I want you to start with that so that people have a background of how it started from you.
By the way, thank you once again for having me on your platform. And for those who don't know, Mr. Adedimeji is my kingsman. We're both Egbameji tí èjẹra wọn níyàn
Ẹgbàá méjì kì í
báwa.
jára wọn níyàn ọmọ Ìgbàre wa o.
So I hope one of these days we'll both go to Abeokuta together and
Yes,
you know
definitely.
our place very well.
Great.
So real estate for me started as a property broker. I used to sell for companies, then they would give me commission. I remember I used to market for a few. In fact, one of the companies I used to market for that day, we were taking one of my clients to site. It was behind Redeem. Redeem wasn't as big as it is there in Shimawa. If not that, my brother, my older brother, and the man started the company, I probably would think he was taking us for rituals. Because we just kept going inside bush and we're going and we're going and we're going, and we
Wow.
never got to this land. And for me, today, I regret not buying that land because it's totally developed. People now live there. But that time, I felt it was thick forest. So
Mm.
looking at having sold for a lot of these companies that even me, I was just selling because they didn't give me job. And I mean, I remember having print 100 CV. I had a cover letter that said, don't pay me salary until I prove myself. I still didn't
Wow.
get job. So
Wow.
real estate was one of those things I could do and then get commission, from selling for companies. So this was one of those businesses I was doing. I sell for companies, I get commission. But 9 years ago, I decided to say, you know what, let's start development ourselves because there were things we have learned that we could do better. One was integrity. One was we could be very much transparent because we realized that why many people didn't trust real estate companies wasn't even because some of them were bad. It's just that some of them
Mm.
were not transparent enough, right, to be able to help remove the doubts that people have.
Mm.
I mean, look at what we do even with you, where rather than just say, oh, come, you yourself see yours allocate to clients. So there's no anybody who come to Mr. If now and say, GTEx, they don't have land. Though. You'll be able to say, I don't know of anything you say. I went there. You know,
I saw
I
it.
saw it.
Yes.
You know, so it's not, and we streamed it. So those were some of the things we brought in. We also realized that when it comes to documentation, people were giving documents to family members. We eventually were going to sell the property. So we said, when you buy property from us, anywhere you are, we partner with document that innovation
Mm-hmm.
into it. We also started 247 customer service. So you can call our people 2 a.m. Somebody will pick the
Yes.
call and
Somebody is
answer
there to
you.
exactly.
Yeah, exactly. So we brought in a lot of innovation, and we thank God we did, because it has helped. Of course, it doesn't mean there's no challenges, but it has helped us in a big way.
Mm. Thank you so much for that, because that's the reality of things. For me to jump on any brand, actually, I'm always, I always must make sure that I have every information, and then I know that this is real and this is confirmed before I can bring it out to tell people that this is it. And then I've also been hearing about GTEx for years. And then, so I know about GTEx before even coming to join the brand. I've known GTEx for years. I've heard about them. I've been to like two of your seminars. I've been to like two
Yes,
of
you've
your
been to our
seminars.
events.
I've come to learn, so I know. So coming on the brand is a big deal for me, because I know what I am announcing and I know what I am carrying for people to know. So to all of my people watching and then writing now, trust me, you are in safe hands. I've answered a lot of questions before you join us. Somebody said he's in Dubai and then he wants to get a property here in Nigeria and all of that. I told him you are in the best place. You are in a safe hands. Thousands of people that are not in Nigeria have gotten properties from GTEx,
Yeah,
and they will come home and meet their property in safe hands, and
yeah,
they are always shocked that what kind
yeah.
of a man is this doctor? How do you how are you this trustworthy a person, and all of that. So I told him, don't worry, you are in safe hands, and there's nothing to worry about when it comes to real estate with GTEx Holdings. Okay, so I'm going to put this to you as a Forbes Best of Africa award winner. Can you tell us about what that means? What does that mean to you?
I mean, last year we got the Forbes Best of Africa award as the investment coach and real estate mogul. It meant a lot. It was the biggest award we've ever gotten, and funny enough, I'm the youngest recipient. I mean, these are awards that very older people. It's like ending their career, and they're acknowledging them. So for me, getting it was very humbling. I was in London to receive the award. I was also invited to the US, New York of Forbes House, where when I went to the New York Forbes House version, was when I even respected the award more, because at that one they gave award to other companies and countries.
Mm,
When I saw the caliber of people, I knew that it was a big one. But for me, it encourages me to do more and to continue the expansion we have been doing. One of the things our company has been known for is to prove that Black people can do great things and they can do it right. When
mm,
we moved to Dubai, thank God you had somebody from Dubai who was talking earlier. When we moved to Dubai, we didn't have big Black-owned brokerage firm. In 1 year, we
mm,
became the largest Black-owned brokerage firm, doing transactions in tens of millions and helping people to acquire real estate in Dubai. And it meant a lot, because a lot of Nigerians have invested in Dubai and were scammed and they lost money.
mm,
Of course, we had our own challenges too. Dubai can be quite funny, but we're able to help because we were on ground. about, I mean, hundreds of people invested and were able to get them their house. Today, they're able to get tenant rental income in Dubai currency, which is a which is a stronger money compared to Naira. And they are making good money for themselves and their family. And for us, that's really the vision. The vision is to help people build wealth through real estate
Mm.
investment. Whether
Mm-hmm.
you're doing that in Nigeria, whether you're doing that in Dubai, whether you're doing that in UK, whether you're doing that in the US, and I'm sure we'll talk about that very soon. We're currently working on a 400 over 400 housing unit
Yes,
here in
I talked
Houston. I
about
just
it.
got
Mm-hmm.
Yes, hopefully we'll have you around very soon.
Yes, of course.
We're hoping to open an office on the property in the next 3 weeks or so.
Wait.
I
Oh,
don't know
great.
if you have a US visa, so it'd be lovely to have you around.
I have
Uh,
it. Just tell me, Latif, we are ready. I'm jumping on the flight. I'm with you all the
okay,
way.
okay, let's do it.
Yeah.
So yes.
Good. Okay, so I'm gonna ask this because one of the reasons why people don't invest in real estate, particularly those in diaspora, is the fear of being scammed. So, how can people avoid scam in real estate? I really want you to shed more light on that because I know a lot of people are falling a victim of search,
Mm.
and they are always scared when they hear a real estate company is coming out on this and that. They are always scared to want to say, should we trust this one? Should we not? But I want you to expatiate on that, explain that more for me.
Beautiful question. So the number one reason why people get scammed is ignorance,
Mm,
right? So a lot of, particularly those in diaspora, a lot of people in diaspora are very ignorant when it comes to real estate, right? They don't understand how it works,
mm-hmm,
what are the challenges, what are the issues. They don't know. And so the typical thing is for people to, number one, say everything is a scam. So I'll break it down in different version of why things eventually become like scam. Number one version is contract. So sometimes people go into real estate contract without reading the terms to understand it.
mm,
So I'll give you an example. If you buy a house in America now, if you default your mortgage 3 times, you will lose the house and you lose the money you have paid,
mm.
right? So the
Right.
same thing goes into a lot of real estate companies in Nigeria. If you're buying a land and you promise them you will pay in installment, in most cases, if you default, right, some of them have put contract that says you lose your money, right?
Mm,
So if you didn't read that contract very well and you sign and then you default, and then you go on social media and say they've scammed you. You see, according to the law, ignorance is not an excuse. The
mm,
second issue
mm.
is regulatory. Okay, like there's a
Right.
news that went viral now about Landmark. Landmark is a big event center and a hub in is it
Ele-
Elegushi or where in Lagos?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
right. And the owner is called Paul. Paul had put in $200 million. I mean, he used to do business in the UK before he moved to Nigeria, and many of his investors are foreigners
Mm.
who invested in making that place possible. Today now, they want to demolish the entire thing because they are doing an express road. two
Wow.
hundred million dollars.
That's a
That's
lot.
a lot. I'm sure when you visited our Beryl estate in Ibejuleki,
Mm-hmm.
you saw how they almost chopped the thing into half
Yes.
because of that road. So imagine if we had rushed to build too. That's how they would have demolished every. You can see that even that fence now, we have to do a new
Yes. You have
fence
to a
after
new
that,
friends. Yes. I
do a
saw
new
that.
office after that. So there are challenges that business owner face. But again, customers don't care about these things.
Mm-hmm.
Scammers, ni wọ́n, olè ní gbogbo wọn, don't mind them, they are thieves. So there are government and regulatory issues that all these companies always face that sometimes lead to these issues.
Right.
Number three, which is now important, is also genuine scammers in the industry, where you see
Mm.
people become developers, they were not trained, They never have
Mm,
mentors,
mm,
which is why I now do a lot of conferences and trainings. Okay, you want to do real estate business? Come and listen to people like us. Let us help you. Let us
mm-hmm.
teach you. What have we done? What are the things to avoid? How not to lose money? And all of that. So we're constantly, because a lot of people just say, oh, and real estate. Boom.
And you
Okay,
just
I'm
come
not a developer.
into it.
I just
Mhm.
get into it. So the proper structure that the business need, it doesn't have. We, for example, now have built a company all over the world where I, the founder, don't need to be there. You know,
Mm.
most of what you've done with our company, I'm not even
You're
there
not there.
each time.
You're not
And this
around.
will
Yeah.
go on properly. Many real estate companies don't have that kind of structure. Everything is the founder, one man business. You know, he
Mm.
has to, we're waiting for chairman, we're waiting for Oga, we're waiting for Kiniko, we're waiting for Igba, we're waiting for Awu. For even proper negotiation, nobody in the company is trusted to be able to negotiate properly on behalf of the company. So all of these things have led to situations where people now get scammed when they are doing, because, and that's why I tell people, when you want to buy real estate, look for a good company, not just an individual.
Individual.
Because if you do business with an individual, the individual can disappear. But if you do business with a solid company that has a good structure, the courts and the government can go after the company if they
Mm-hmm.
break any law, right?
Right.
But if it's with Miss Babaluku, Babaluku can just disappear and you not see Babaluku again.
Right. That's the
If
truth.
Babaluku can even change his name to Mamaluku or Mama Sikira, you know, and he has disappeared and you can't catch him. So make sure
Right.
you are dealing with a good company that has good structure and good assets so that if anything even goes wrong, you can take the company to court. The court can freeze their assets so as to be able to pay you whatever it is that
It
is
is.
due. Yeah.
Good. Thank you so much for that clarification. So I hope my people, you have a clear understanding of what you're expected to do. Read your contracts well. Make sure that you go in search of a company that has structure, that has that credibility, that is reliable enough to carry you and whatever it is you're doing with them, which is very important. And then there's no two ways about it. Just don't stress yourself too much. Whatever it is that you want to do when it comes to real estate, land investment, whatever it is in the real estate world, just run to GTEX. Be rest assured, I am here. Dr. Akintayo is here. We got you. We'll run you and then you'll be fine. So don't stress yourself too much. Okay. Now I want to ask you, what has GTEX done to ensure transparency and help their customers relaxed in doing business with them?
Very good question. So one of the things we've had to do is removing third party in the transaction. So many years ago, we realized that sometimes people will buy property from GTEX and then they will say, let my cousin come and collect the document. Let my brother come and collect the document. Later, we hear stories that that brother has gone to sell that land
Mm,
or that cousin has gone to sell that land. So one of the innovation we brought in is to say, if you buy property from us, even if you are not in Nigeria, DHL will send your original document to you
it's to you.
anywhere in the world,
Wow.
including your survey.
Wow.
And your survey, with your survey, you can trace the land even 20 years to come because your survey has what we call a coordinates. And with that
Wow.
coordinates, you can trace where exactly did I pay for. And then it comes with a deed of assignment. And most people don't know, C of O does not transfer ownership of land. It
Mm,
is a deed of assignment that
assignment.
transfer ownership. So it comes with a deed of assignment, which is a document that transfer that the land is no longer owned by GTEX, is now owned by you, you
You.
know. And so with those two documents, you can now, even if you now say, oh, I want to now go and do governance consent, or I want to do a higher title, you already now have what you can
Use.
use to go and process even a higher document, a higher title. So those were things we brought in. Number two, we started streaming. We're the first real estate company in Nigeria to start streaming our inspection and location virtually, where
Mm-hmm.
whether on Facebook, on
You,
YouTube, on Zoom, you can watch. So it's not a case of I bought property from them, but I'm in Houston, and they said they are located. There's no evidence. You will watch it if you.
you will see,
I
you will
mean, and now
see
with
it.
yes, I will bring celebrity. If you go to Kola Oloki
Yeah,
now
yeah. Like
on last
the last one I
Thursday,
did too. I
last
allocated
Thursday
most of
exactly,
the
and
land
it's
to
on
the
his
people.
page.
Yes.
Exactly, it's on his page. So when you go to the part where allocation was done, you see where they mention your name that you now own block B. So the
Be so
evidence is
yeah.
there for the whole world to see, and that's why people have attempted to bring down our reputation, but they've always failed because we make sure that there's enough evidence
Mm-hmm.
for everybody, even
To
those
back
who
up.
to back up to say, you said they didn't give you your land, but there's even video to show that they mentioned that you now own this block, and they
Right.
show us the layouts, and so what's the story? DHL can even bear witness that they deliver your document to you in your house in Canada. So but all these things helped us when it comes to transparency,
Mm-hmm.
and it has helped a lot of people to build more trust doing business with our company. Another thing we did was to build a robust support and staff's team. A lot of times I keep telling people, stop disturbing me. Me, I'm in different. Today I'm in US, tomorrow I'm in UK, next tomorrow I'm in Canada, and I'm in a different time zone and different mood. So if you even disturb me, I will block you. But guess what? There are different offices, including now we've started putting offices on
On the
where the site
land.
is.
Yes.
And you saw too. You saw Ibejuleki burial.
Yeah,
You
and
saw
the
the Ekpe
Sadios.
one. They're
Yes.
almost done with the construction. So our goal now is by the end of this year, more than 10 of our estates will have office on the site. So it's not a case of I bought land in Ekpe, then I'm going to their office in Magodo, and I don't know what's happening in Ekpe. No, now you can go straight to the Ekpe
Straight
land,
to the upper
and
land.
you see
And
staff
you
there,
see people
and you
attend to
say,
you.
hey, you didn't give me this, oh, I didn't get this, oh, I didn't get that, oh, and they will attend to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. So because of time, I'm trying to see how I can ask some questions that people will really need. I've heard you talk about active and passive income. I want you to quickly expatiate on that before asking the next one. Would you advise people to invest in Nigeria or outside Nigeria? I want to ask that question again.
Well, for us, let me take the second one. We are open to, if you can help us pin the email, because some people are asking for websites. So you can email
Website.
info@gteshomes, or you can call
Okay.
the number that has been given.
Let me pin
For
this one
us,
down.
the good news is that we sell property everywhere. So if you say you don't want to buy property in Nigeria, we're here for you. No, there's the one I posted. Info, I don't know where you saw it, because that way,
Yes. Yes.
beautiful.
I
This
just
one.
pinned that.
So the beauty is that if you say you don't want Nigeria, oh, we have in Dubai. You don't want Dubai, we have in US. You don't want US, we have in UK. And soon we'll get to Canada and different parts of the world as well. So you are free to do anyone. However, my advice is that everyone has different advantages. So I give you an example. If you want the highest return on investment, okay, Nigeria will give you that highest return.
Mm,
Now, if you want a uh, currency, stable currency, investing in US, we do that, but the appreciation may not be as high as what you will get in Nigeria.
in
Now,
Nigeria.
if you want good rental income, then you should think of Dubai. At this moment, the way landlords are increasing their price in Dubai is crazy. The kind of money landlords are making from their house in Dubai is amazing. So different locations give you different things. My
Mm,
advice is diversify. Have something back in Africa. Have something in Europe. Have something in Asia, like Dubai. So diversify. And that's what we have done as a company. We have something back in Africa. We have something in US. We have something
mm,
in Dubai. So we've been
right.
able to diversify in a way And it's helpful because if anything happened to Nigerian economy, your US businesses can sustain you.
And
If
sustain
anything
you.
happened to the US economy, your African businesses can
And
sustain you.
sustain
And
you.
for me, that's the way investment needs to be. Have investment in different currencies. My argument has been you don't even need to focus on buying a house in some of these countries. You can invest in those who are doing it and you keep getting returns
Your
in foreign
return.
exchange. Like in our US project now that hopefully you're going to be coming for, um, people are free to invest as low as between $10,000 to $100,000. They were canceling the lower ones very soon, so it's minimum of $100,000. But now you can still do $10,000, and every year you are getting between 8, to even 19%, depending on how much you invest
You invest.
every year, and you're getting that returns. And you don't have the headache of say, I'm paying for mortgage, I'm paying tax on the property. Because in
Mhm.
fairness, some people will tell you, "Yeah, but when I invest in the US, I have to be paying for tax, I have to be paying for." So there are ways, and you can get depreciation. So there are ways you can invest. This is like US, where you are not having the burden of owning the property and the burden of tax and all these bills, where your own is you've given to a trusted company, there's agreement between the two of you, and then they are giving you a good return on investment on a regular basis.
Amazing, amazing offer. My people, I hope you're listening. I told you that you are not going to go back the same way you came because from all of these that doctor has opened your eyes to, I am sure in your mind now you're ready and you're thinking, I think I should jump on it. My brother, jump on it. It will do you a lot of good. It's very important. So I am going to quickly ask this. What unique opportunities do you have at the moment for people listening to us right now and watching us right now? And then, what about those that want to get mentored in real estate? How can they get started? I'm sure you have that too. Then I'm going to wrap it up with the advice that you have for us, and then we would be done.
Okay. So the first one is opportunity we have a lot, right? Whether there are three major ways you can partner with us. Either you buy a land from us, or you buy a house from us, or you invest and we give you yearly returns. We're not MMM. We're not all these people will give you promise you something that is not realistic. We promise you things that are very, very realistic. And what's also important that we do that is unique is we're very educative. Like you can see now, we've taken our time to educate you. Because people always lose because they are not educated. They are not even learning. They don't understand what they're doing. And what I've always said to people is that fear is also not good. When you are just always afraid and everything is a scam to you, then you never be rich. I tell people, I say, okay, you've always believed everything is a scam. Since you have not been doing the scam, how rich are you?
Mm.
Right? How rich are you? Yeah, and I say it often. I say poor people are the wisest people you will meet in the world. Because many of us who are business owners and you call us rich, we are not wise. That's why we became rich. What do I mean? I know what I'm saying. We did not do something called analysis that lead to paralysis. We saw opportunities and we jump in. Poor people are always taking time to analyze it. Omo, so if I put in this, I'll get this. It will take me 20 years to get anything tangible. Omo, that will do 20 years. Me, I know they do. Do you see how the person has done the analysis?
Mhm.
Meanwhile, the other party just jumped in. Before you know it, they found oil on his land. Before you say Jack Robinson, the richest black woman. If you hear the story of Alakija, how she became the richest black woman, you'll be shocked. That
Mm.
obviously is a foolish person that will take that risk. Any
Mm.
smart person will have done so much calculation that he or she would not have done it. So what I've always noticed is that people who end up not being rich are those who are wise, they're smart, they've done the analysis, they've done the calculation. Can you only work? Well, at the end of the day, in many cases, them are work. And those who took the risk become rich. So I want everybody to write this down. If you didn't write anything down since I've been talking, you should write this one down. Money is a reward for risk taken.
Money is a reward for risk taken.
Is a reward for risk taken. And basically what that means is that your ability to take risk is actually what you are being paid for. So typically you see a lot of people don't take risk. You see a lot of people analyzing. You see a lot of people troll. I say this a lot on social media. The energy you are using to troll, the energy you are using to analyze who is the richest woman and who is not the richest woman. If you really put it to do something, you yourself will have been rich. Right? So money is a reward for risk taken. You know, you're only rewarded. Bill Gates got rewarded for the risk he took. That's why he's this rich. Elon Musk got rewarded for the risk he took. That's why he's rich. Jeff Bezos is rewarded for the risk he took. Alakija was rewarded by taking risk in buying a land that they say may have oil and may not. And she was on that land for 20 years. Many people don't know that story. That's why it looks as if she suddenly became the richest. Because for 20 years, Mr. Latif, she was on this land looking for oil. Even when they now even got the oil, the government now said they can't give her again. They are one woman. You now take all of this. Then she was in court with government again for almost another 10 years. So that's why it looks as if suddenly they don't say Alakija, richest woman. But we don't know the story. It's a story of somebody who took risk. So I want to encourage you to know that risk is important when it comes to investment. For you to be rich, you must take risk, right? You must take risk. If you don't take risk, you cannot be wealthy. Even the process of, we're in the only month of Ramadan. Trying to fast for 30 days is a risk. You could land in hospital for ulcer. Right? It's a spiritual risk to say, I'm going to fast for 30 days. And I believe Allah will keep me safe and even bless me on top of that. So life is a risk. As for mentorship, for me, I'm quite expensive. I charge for mentorship. However, what I would advise is for me, if I see people who are ready to invest at least $10,000 and above, I will advise you for free. I'll mentor you for free. Because what I also notice is people want to chat me and they don't have an investment budget. Okay? So when I give you the advice, how will you now be able to do the investment? Because you don't even have the money. So for some people, what they need to do for now is to go and start saving. You know, people will tell me money is never enough. Yes, even me, what I'm making now is still not enough. But the discipline to save out of whatever you are making, put it aside. And then when you now see an opportunity, you put it into it. That's how we become rich. So I will advise, if you know you have at least $10,000 and above, and you are ready to take investment, send me a DM on this IG, and my team will look at it, and I will personally chat you up. I will look at how you can be advised. What are the best investment opportunity you can do, and which one? Now, if you don't have money to invest at the moment, what do you do? My advice, go to my YouTube channel, Dr. S. Akintayo. Okay, Dr. S. Akintayo. I've put in a lot of video content, over 1,000, that will teach you on how you can become a property broker. Because remember when we started this interview, you asked me, how did I start? And I said, I started as a property broker. As a property broker, you can be earning money. Don't start any country you see GTEx operate, except for maybe US, even in US, we started first by selling for others and making commission from what we sell. From the money we made from there, we now started investing. So GTEx has something we call the GTEx and Associate, where you can join our community of over 15,000 people to sell our properties anywhere in the world, whether in Dubai, you get commission in foreign currency. Whether in Nigeria, you get commission in Naira. Whether in UK or US, you get commission in pounds, you get commission in dollars. And we're hoping to use this program to raise 100,000 people of color who will be millionaires from selling real estate. So you can start there. So what is unique about GTA is that we are here for everybody. You have money, we'll guide you. You don't have money, come and learn how to sell.
Learn.
And as you make money, you can now become an investor.
An
So
investor.
hopefully we cover everyone.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So one advice do you have for us as we wrap it up? Do you have for all of my people listening and watching?
Well, my advice is words without action is useless. It's a waste of time. You know, we can talk from now till 1 year, 1 hour, 10 hours. If you don't take action, you will never go far.
Right.
I mean, we're talking about the amazing actor Ade Dimeji Latif. I first saw him, you know, let me assume he's not here, but let me just talk. I first took notice of him on an Airtel advert with one of my favorite actress, Yarimbo. Somebody I mean I've been watching since I was a kid, and I saw amazing talent. And of course, after that, I started seeing him act in several movies, you know. But for me, is at whatever age, because I'm not sure he started acting early. One day he took action, and it's a lesson for all of us. He took action. I said, "This acting, let's Ejatoribo,"
Mhm.
and you can see what God has done with his life in this period since he started acting. Now, only God knows maybe he had been attempting for many years and nobody knew him. But the good news is that he eventually became a big name, household name. The same for all of us watching. You can be a fan of Latif from now till tomorrow. You can be a fan of Dr. Stephen or Steve from now till tomorrow. If you don't take action about your life, do something with your own life. Take an action. Stop
Mhm.
analyzing. Stop criticizing. Act on something. It doesn't matter how long people reject you. If you continue to take action, take action, take action, at some point, the universe will give up and just say, you know what, my boy, Ubodo
Bodola.
make a shiny,
Right.
Ubodo la shiny. Because you could admire us and not know how far we've come. One day
Mm.
I pasted poster from Songota to Ikeja along and back. I started 10 a.m. in the morning. And I did not get back to Songota because I was stopping at every bus stop. With my hands, I'll be pasting the poster on all the walls, all the bus stop. I didn't get back to Songota until 12:30 the following day. And there was no light, it was pitch darkness. And from Songo to even our house is another long distance. As I was coming down the mole, tears were rolling down my eyes. That how can you be a graduate and be suffering like this? I remember something said to me, said, one day you will tell people this story, they will not believe you. They will think you are lying. And today, most people even will tell me, oh, your parents must be rich people, and you must have come from a rich home. What you've achieved in this number of years, you must have come. And I said, no. My mother even died of ovarian cancer in Nigeria. I didn't have 800 naira, 800,000 naira to take her to hospital on time. And that's why I tell people I can't like poverty, right? Two poor people cannot help themselves. One has to get to the top before he can get to help the other. So there's nothing to love about poverty. Fold your sleeves, whatever it is that your hand finds to do it with all
Do it.
your might, do with all your energy, but make a name for yourself. And it begins with the right investments. I love you and God bless you.
Thank you so much, Doctor. Thank you so much, Dr. Stephen Akintayo. God bless you. I have not only learned a whole lot, I have also I'm taking it upon myself to also do some little investment coupled with the ones that I have. Because èèyàn ń jókòó sójú kan, èèyàn ení tere èjì tere lèèyàn ṣe mú mọ́ra wọn. And to all of my fans that are watching, I am happy that you are able to join this live session, and I'm happy that you're not going back the way you came. I can see a whole lot of your comment, and I can see how much you all can testify to the fact that you have learned a whole lot from Doctor today. Thank you so much for contributing to the society. Thank you so much for lifting up a whole lot of people who think they can never have a life. With this, you have given somebody and a whole lot a life today, and I'm sure they are going to go back home to start thinking about what next and what it is for them to do. So, my people, the best real estate in town for you to do business with is no other than GTEX. I am on that brand, and Doctor is here to always be at our service. He's a good man. I can testify to that. So, Doctor, thank you so much for joining us, and God bless you. I'll see you
Thank you.
again.
Thank you for having me. I